And it didn't seem, I think they said they were in waist deep water. So they weren't that far out.
Nope.
And
well, and you can see in the water.
Yeah. But I mean, when I was looking at it on TikTok, I saw other videos of like stuff from years ago where people would see sharks at the beach. People just don't get out.
Yeah.
They just, this old shark swimming around. Let's just stand here. Like.
Yeah. Oh, I get out if I see a jellyfish.
I was gonna say, if I see a leaf that looks weird, I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm already at a point in my life where I after seeing that, I don't think I'll be going back in the ocean.
Yeah.
I can't lie. I don't. I'm not mad at the sharks. I'm in their house. What do
Yeah.
you expect them to do? Like. But, and you also have to think these are 3 women, so they're probably just guessing their average height. One of the 2 of them were teenagers,
Yeah.
so maybe 5'5", 5'4".
Yeah.
So that's not very deep
No.
at all. Like, think about how far we've gotten out.
Oh, yeah. But I'm also kind of paying attention to what's happening around.
Yeah. I mean, that's just how we are, though.
Yeah.
After
Whatever
I saw
you
those
wanna call it,
jellyfish
that's
that
what we
time,
are.
I'm not taking no chances. And then I watched the whole thing about like, okay, well, if a shark approaches you, you're not supposed to run away because that activates their prey mentality or their prey drive.
Yeah, well, I'm going to do like anything else. I'm going to slowly start
Well,
backing
what
away.
you're supposed to do is not move at all.
Uh-huh.
You're supposed to lock eyes with it because
Uh-huh.
that lets it know that you're also a predator, and that will usually deter it. But if it still approaches you, you're supposed to take its nose and push it away.
Yeah.
I'm not going to remember to do that if I see a shark. I'm going to scream shark and run.
So I need to start carrying a golf club with me when I go in the water.
I'm feeding the sharks. So then I fell down this whole rabbit hole of learning about like shark attacks because it's just so crazy. Like, I don't know. For us to be considered like top of the food chain, it's so crazy that we can be eaten by animals.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. That just blows my mind. And then I watched this video about this story. It was so sad. I think she was like 21. Her whole family went to, I think it was in Florida also. They went to the beach, and her mom went out on like a boat, and she decided to get in the water and swim, which I also never understand this. People who go all the way out in the middle of the ocean on a boat and then jump off the boat and get in the water.
Yeah.
Nope. So she jumps off the boat, and her mom is like, oh, there's dolphins swimming around here. There's dolphins. They were not dolphins. They were bull sharks. And they ripped her to pieces.
Oh my God.
And her mother had to watch her die
Oh.
as the sharks ripped her to pieces.
I mean, that would just make you just want to kill yourself.
Yeah.
Just like spontaneously combust.
Yeah, the guilt that you
Yeah.
would feel. So I think what actually happened was she got her arm and her leg ripped off.
Mm-hmm.
The mom beat the sharks off of her.
Uh-huh.
They get her back on the boat. I think they life flighted her to the shore or something, but by the time they got there, she'd already lost so much blood that she was dead.
Yeah.
And then I saw a really interesting story. This one is not as sad. Maybe that story was in like the Caribbean and this one was in Florida. I don't remember. But this guy and his family went to Florida for vacation, and he was swimming, and a shark attacked him, and it like bit into his back.
Uh-huh.
So he got to the shore, and apparently he was bleeding a lot because he got bit by a shark, but he was like, I don't want to ruin vacation. I'm not going to go to the hospital right now. So he spends the whole week there, doesn't go to the hospital. He gets home. He's like, okay, I'm going to go to the emergency room. They discovered a cancerous tumor by doing x-rays.
Yeah.
And they were able to remove it in time and prevent him from like developing further cancer. So the shark like low-key saved his life.
Yeah, now I have heard of a lot of different instances where things happen to people and something else like that gets discovered.
If I were bit by a shark, I would just be really scared for the shark because people are going to try to kill it.
Yeah.
Like, this family went and, like, all the kids were playing in the water, and then I guess the parent, this is something else I don't understand, do not let your kids go in the ocean by themselves, even if they're just sitting you need to be there.
Yeah.
Like, because stuff can go south so fast.
Yeah.
And they, like, the older kids were watching the little kids, and they were like, oh, there's a shark, and then the parents turn around, and there's just, like, blood in the water everywhere, and the sharks have, like, this kid, and they bit his arm off, and so the parents are able to get the kid out, and like, I guess all the guys on the trip go into the water, beat the shark. The dad is fighting with the shark. He's like full on wrestling with the shark. Wrestles the shark onto the shore and like drags it out of the water so that it'll die. Then I think a park ranger comes, shoots the shark, kills it. They reach into the shark's mouth, get the kid's arm, take it to the hospital, and they reattach his arm.
Wow.
But he had lost so much blood and was unconscious for so long, it like basically made him like a vegetable kind of. Like he can interact, but he can't really talk anymore.
Yeah.
And he's like wheelchair bound, but he got his arm back, so I guess that's good. But just let me die.
Yeah.
Just let me die. Like, oh
well,
my God.
and you're in that fight to help them survive mode,
Yeah.
so you don't even realize the full extent of their injuries because adrenaline kicks in.
I just thought it was so crazy that man was able to wrestle the shark onto the shore. Like, that is like some superhuman parental drive, because that's a 1,000-pound beast.
Well, and just so you know, I'm glad you're okay with just letting you die, because you know how I am. I'm free.
Child, yeah, she ain't
I'm just like, I'm paralyzed with fear.
She gonna run off. If I was getting beat up by a shark, you would run out of the water and do, shark, and then run to the room.
No, I would just stand there. The shark would get me too, because I would just stand there. It would get done with you and move on to me.
But after seeing all this happen at the beach that we regularly go to, where the water is clear, because that was always my thing, is like, I want to go to a beach where the water's clear so I can see what's around me. I don't know if I get into the water
you
no
have
more.
to also understand, when you can see what's around you, they can see what's around them too.
Yeah.
So, but apparently they just think it's fish, or they don't care.
Normally they know that we're also predators and they don't come near us.
Yeah.
Because I guarantee you, we have been in the water with sharks plenty of times, and they're not interested.
Well, and if you're supposed to lock eyes with them, does that mean I gotta stick my head in the water and go face to face with them?
Maybe. That's gonna burn.
Yeah, and I'm gonna probably choke and drown anyway.
Well, I think that's more so if you're kind of on a level playing field.
Oh, yeah, like if you're in deep water.
Yeah. I think if you can't outrun a shark.
Oh,
so, and once that like prey drive is activated, they will chase you onto the shore. They don't care. Like, they will go. It's just like in Finding Nemo, you know, where whenever Bruce will smell blood and his eyes turn black and he goes crazy. That's like literally what happens to them. It just like, okay, gotta get this thing.
Yeah.
And when you're, kicking around, you look even more like prey.
Yeah.
I think I saw something else too. Like, a lot of times, the way that the water reflects will literally make you look like a fish.
Yeah.
So they're just immediately going towards you.
Yeah, and I've noticed that, because if you notice how the water distorts like your legs and stuff when you're moving.
Yeah. It blew my mind, because after the first lady got bit, why were y'all still in the water?
Yeah. I mean, they should have cleared the beach at that point.
Because clearly something's going on.
Yeah.
If a lady has been bit, people are seeing hammerhead sharks swimming around from their like hotels.
Yeah.
And they're not that like, you know how there's the white part of the water, and then the further you go out it gets darker.
Yeah.
They're in the light part, like not that far off. Definitely where we've been hanging out before.
Yeah.
Just like, that's a 15-foot hammerhead shark just swimming around.
And I don't even know that last time if we even went waist deep, because it was so shallow. But I mean, that's not to say a shark couldn't come in.
Oh yeah, of course.
But
I mean, people are stupid. Remember we went and it was storming real bad, and that dude was swimming?
Oh, remember Grandma out there flying a kite?
Yeah, in the lightning?
Yeah, Benjamin Franklin.
Yeah. I mean, it's still Florida. People are still dumb. But I just, oh my God. Because, like, I don't want to go to the beach and lose a hand or a leg.
I don't even want a paper